Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchant here with your outlook for January 2nd, 2018. For your Tuesday, we're expecting mostly sunny skies today. High pressure is going to be off to our west, so it's going to be much like yesterday in terms of cloud cover, but with the high pressure of this position, the winds are becoming in more westerly today, so we don't expect the really cold temperatures that we've had over the last couple of days, although it's still going to be cold and still be below normal. It's just not going to be as cold. So if your temperatures were stuck in the teens for the last couple of days, you can expect to get into the 20s today, but it still will be in the lower 20s for most areas outside of Philadelphia, where we expect to get down to get up to the mid 20s here today. So again, still cold, but just not as brutal as it has been over the last couple of days. So moving forward from this, we're going to go into our system that's going to be lurking off the southeastern U.S. coastline. First of all, we have here's Wednesday morning. Nothing going on yet. Do expect an increase in clouds during the afternoon from south to north. And this is our coastal system starting to make its way into the picture here from the south. I will tell you right now that I'm not really thrilled with this. And if you watch the videos of the last couple of days and maybe the Weather Weekly's video on Sunday, the weekend forecast video is kind of downplaying this a little bit. I wasn't trying to be a killjoy here, because I understand some people really like snow, and you know, sometimes it just does want to snow, and there are such things as northwest trends on the guidance and things like that. And I am using the GFS in this video, and I'm not using it because I agree with it necessarily. But just because it shows the precipitation type maps here. I'm not siding with this in particular. But what we're seeing today is a consolidation of this where the low is going to go here. So everything's in, and I've been seeing a lot of tweets and a lot of things, like a lot of people commenting about how the low's coming west. The low's coming west. Well, I really think everybody's focusing on the wrong thing today. Yes, it may have shifted a little bit west here, but it's really not going to help you too much, because it's all going to depend on the northern stream trough here and what it does. Okay, and if it's pushing off to the east like this thing could be even further west. It doesn't matter. It's going to cut off the precipitation shield on the northwest side here and limit how far northwest it can get. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. So we do have an opportunity for parts of Delaware and New Jersey to get into some light accumulating snowfall. I don't think it's going to be a huge deal here. Could that change? Sure. We're going to have a first call out today for somewhere in our eastern sections here. I do think somebody gets something here, but it's not going to be something I would really expect a whole lot of snow out of. This is the closest it gets here on the GFS. And you can see some light snow, just very minor stuff across much of New Jersey. Might have to watch right along the coast for maybe a little bit more. Okay, and you can see that it doesn't really show it at all, does it? All right, so it just shows you that light snow moving in for a very short period of time, maybe a 3 to 6 hour window, and that's it. All right, and then this system comes up into New England and really wraps up here. So northern New England's going to get one heck of a storm, especially up here in Maine. And it's uncertain whether or not even Boston does here at this point. I don't even know that they do. I don't think so. All right, so if you're out here on the Cape, I mean, they're going to have a heck of a storm at the Cape and maybe eastern Massachusetts here, but I don't know about elsewhere. But I think our area, if you're in Pennsylvania, I don't want to say we're going to take it totally out of the forecast yet, but odds are starting to stack against that. Let's go over to the NAM high-res future simulator radar. I'm going to start this off at 4 a.m. on Thursday. So this is going to be coming in overnight Wednesday night after midnight. So this is 4 a.m. You can see some snow breaking out across parts of New Jersey, maybe getting back to the Philadelphia metro. Okay, very next frame, it's right here, and this runs out of room. It's going to be off the coast of the next frame here. So again, 3 to 6 hours, or there about maybe about 6 hours or so of snow. So you could get some light accumulations here. This is not impossible, and we're expecting these areas that are shown to be the ones that benefit from it, not further in the interior. Again, if something changes, we'll let you know. Here's the two pieces of energy in the upper levels we were focusing on, northern stream, southern stream. They're going to come together and interact, not phase. They're going to interact down here near the Alabama-Georgia border, somewhere down there. Okay, and then the southern vortex is going to head off the coast, and it's going to consolidate right about here. Now, at the same time, your northern stream system is up here like this. Okay, here's your northern stream, and here's your southern stream low. All right, so you don't have much room for precip to make it too far west because of this northern stream coming in like this. It's a little bit too progressive, and we talked about this in the last couple of videos too. The pattern this winter, this entire winter, has been progressive, fast moving in and out. All right, so this is no different. It's very progressive, keeps everything moving along. All right, it does eventually, I do think there's an opportunity for this to phase, and it does show the phase as it gets up here near Nova Scotia and in the Gulf of Maine. And so there could be one heck of a storm up here for these people. We don't live there. All right, so I don't think this is our system here in large part. We will monitor this closely. Of course, this is what we're looking at for our area. I think just the concern is going to be, and I'm going to even take it beyond the GFS here. I'm going to say your area to watch is going to be anywhere in here. Okay, anywhere up to that line. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to get snow all the way to that line here, but that's the area we're going to watch to. I think beyond that, you're safe. If you're out here at State College, forget it. Harrisburg, forget it. Okay. Wilkes-Barre, I would say forget it. But if you're like maybe like Eastern Lehigh Valley, maybe Bucks, Montgomery, Chester, Delaware, Philadelphia counties in Pennsylvania, and points east, I would pay attention. But you're probably going to be dealing with snow like right here in Jersey and Delaware, but we will continue to monitor that just in case. All right, so let's get off this system here. Again, this is our storm signal we were talking about for a couple weeks. It just it was that close to really impacting our area in a large way. Still a storm signal. We were able to sniff it out, just a matter of a little bit too far east. And that's fine. We will have another system coming in after we get cold and brutally cold. After this system exits, I think for Friday and Saturday, we're going to have temperatures are going to be highs might not even get to the teens in some places. Teens will be the best you'll see. Some places might not get out of the single digits for highs, and overnight lows below zero. So be prepared for that. It's going to be Friday, Saturday. It's going to be even colder than the shot we just had for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And then we do moderate Sunday a little bit and come out of this as high pressure moves in. Now, the next system we have to watch coming in from the west is another signal of ours, but it looked like an overrunning event first. Uncertain whether there's going to be snow or rain. We're going to depend on where there's a gradient boundary sets up. There's a warm front associated with that. North of the boundary would be snow. South of it would be rain. It's going to depend where that boundary sets up. I don't want to get into this too much yet, but this will be in the Sunday night, Monday time frame of after the end of next weekend. So keep that in the back of your mind now, too. We could have an overrunning snow event, maybe a snow to rain situation for some areas further south. We'll just wait and see what happens. We got almost a week to take a look at this one. I want to get past this first one and narrow this down again. First call will be today if needed, unless this thing shifts completely offshore and there's no need for a map. But right now, they do expect that parts of Delaware and New Jersey, especially towards the coastal regions, of seeing some minor accumulating snow out of this. I'm Eastern PA with Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for January 2nd, 2018. Have a great Tuesday.